Dude, how would your dad feel about you posting this? I don't know, but your dad liked it.
I want flowers, but I don't want to tell you I want flowers because then you're just going to get me flowers because I want flowers. But I want you to get me flowers because you want to get me flowers, you know?
Huh?
You trying to pop a titty?
Huh?
Huh?
What'd you say?
I just want to see some titties.
How old are you?
I just want to see some titties, bro. Please.
How
bro,
old-
please, please, I just want to see some titties. Please, bro. Please. Please.
How
Please,
old
bro.
are
Please.
you?
Please, I just want to see some titties, bro. Please, 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 please. I just want to see some titties. Please.
Does your
Please.
mom know you're awake right now? It is past your bedtime.
No, no, I just want to see some titties. Please.
I don't know who needs to hear this, and I know this isn't my usual content. But let me tell you what sucks about menopause, because you get emotional like this and you don't know if it's because your period's coming or not, because you stopped getting it months ago and it decides to just show up randomly, but you also know you're not a weak ass bitch. The fuck?
304s are finally hitting the wall. Expect more and more of these female so-called bosses and queens to start crying on social media because they're long past the wall. Just another reason why most men don't want to date women over 30. And it's only going to get worse for these used up women. That's the MGTOW reality. Now, this channel is all about helping men wake up about the modern dating landscape and helping men improve themselves. That's why I'm excited to have Tej Hanley as the sponsor of today's video. They've helped me start and maintain my skincare routine by making the entire process uncomplicated. Seriously, I still don't think some of you believe me when I tell you how much implementing a quality skincare routine will improve your confidence in all aspects of your life. I recommend you start with their Level 1 system, which comes with all the basics: a daily face wash, an exfoliating scrub, an AM moisturizer with SPF 20, and a PM moisturizer. They provide this instruction card in every box that tells you when to use each product, how much to use, and in what order. Even the lunatic women on this channel could figure it out. I've been using this brand for about 4 months and it seriously works. But you don't have to take my word for it, because they have over 7,000 5-star reviews from customers around the globe. In addition to amazing skin, members of Tej Hanley get tons of benefits, including at least 20% off the retail price, access to exclusive monthly deals, pause or cancel at any time, and free US shipping. And because Tej Hanley is sponsoring today's video, they're offering my viewers a great deal. Just click the link in the description and you'll get your first box 40% off. Plus a free gift. Don't miss out on this amazing deal. By the way, both gifts you're choosing from are of $20 value and complete game changers: a silicone body scrubber or a nail and face grooming kit. Personally, I prefer the silicone body scrubber because it's better than a washcloth, because washcloths are really abrasive and the silicone body scrubber can just gently exfoliate your pores. It also fits perfectly in the hand when you're scrubbing. I have one hanging in my shower, but you could choose whichever you want. So don't wait any longer. Click the first link in the description to start your skincare journey today. Before we go on with the video, let me share the comment of the day. Shout out to Michael David, who shared, "I'm disgusted, thoroughly disgusted. Disease, disloyalty, and disaster, that's all they offer. Those are the triple Ds that you don't want to get." So thank you for dropping that comment, and please don't forget to reach out to my email to claim your $5. As always, guys, I'll be checking out the comments and picking one from each video. Could be the funniest, the most liked, or one that just stuck out the most, so don't forget to leave a comment, and tomorrow you could be the very next winner. So be sure to hit that like and sub button too, as that helps out the channel so much, y'all. So now let's get right back into the video for you all.
Embrace your masculinity.
Yo, what is this? It's a poster girl's dress? This should look like an American Girl doll dress. Yo, put it to your body. Put it to your body. What the fuck?
You know, one time this guy told me that he hates that I use the word ew so freely. And it was because anytime I'm in a situation that I feel like I don't have to over explain myself, but I want you to know how I feel, I'm going to say the word ew. And it's not the fact that I say the word, it's the way that I say the word. Because I say it in many different ways. Sometimes I'll be like, ew. Or really, really, the one that really bothers them is ew. So anytime you are in a situation and you like, you know what, I don't need to waste my words. No, but you need to know how I feel. You need to know from the depths of my soul. Say it like this. Ew, they hate it.
No, cuddling is not enough. I want you to fall asleep while you're still inside of me.
Am I a whore?
I'm ready. Asses out, nipples out. Yeah, it's gonna be a great day.
What is all this?
For those who aren't sure about the context, the woman is the ex-wife who's coming to pick up her kids from the father's house. And just remember, 90% of the time, the anti-family court judges give the kids to the mother no matter how psychotic she may be. She essentially has to sign away her rights and admit incompetent for you to get full custody. And it looks like she only had the kids for the child support benefits, cause have you seen the house she walked up to? The front yard itself has more square footage than most family homes. It looks like a Spanish villa, but dude prioritized looks over character and got a demon. We dog females all the time for picking the Chads and Tyrones no matter how toxic or D-bags they are or how many arrest warrants they got, but guys have to go deeper than just looks. I know some of these ex-wives are Decepticons who put on an act to get quote-unquote the bag once the knot is tied, but a lot of this can be prevented with a longer and better selection process. According to a commenter, she cheated on him with something else and during their marriage, he didn't buy her anything at her request in the relationship and taking it out on him as the packages could have been for the kids. This is how evil people are. Yeah, looks like she does take out her rage on the kids. So many kids wouldn't be alive today if their deadbeat single mother didn't financially benefit from keeping them. Like if all of a sudden child support were to be outlawed, so many of these witches would probably delete their kids. Someone responded, "Source, trust me bro." And the commenter responds, "They purchased the home together and he won it and was awarded custody of the kids, she's still furious." So it looks like this rich guy was smart and put his home and assets in a blind trust in my opinion. Hence why she couldn't divorce rob him, and somehow ended up getting most of the custody. He should be full custody because it looks like the gold digger can't take another L or she'll get back at him by deleting the kids. This is the type of demon that will do that just to hurt the father. It's happened many times. Those kids are in danger being around her. Just another case of the princess syndrome with zero accountability. I can't imagine why it didn't work out. She seems lovely. As soon as these witches in the feminist West don't get their way, their mask comes off. That's why you have to test a woman you're interested in by saying no and seeing how she reacts. If she throws a tantrum, you've got your answer to who she really is, which is to move on, because this is what happens when you ignore the signs of her being a spoiled brat or putting up with it because she looks good. But there's good news. She got arrested over her behavior.
Gotcha, bitch!
That's why I say record everything with your interaction with your ex, especially with a camera at your front door, because that's going to save you from any false accusations and also catch her in the act. She deserved to get arrested and should not be around the kids ever again. I'd file a restraining order against her personally.
This story time is about how my boyfriend exposed my nudes to everyone at school. By the way, we're calling him Keith. So I've been with my boyfriend Keith for 4 months. He seemed pretty cool and chill and very outgoing. He played basketball and was very popular in school. So when he started talking to me, I felt very special. But as time went by, he wasn't the guy who I thought he was. He was pretty self-entitled, cocky, and it got annoying. He expected everything to be handed to him. Anyway, throughout the relationship, he'd always ask for nudes, but I always tell him no because I'm not that type of girl to send any guy nudes. He'd always get mad at me and say couples are supposed to do that type of stuff, but I didn't give in. I'd always take pictures of myself because I liked my body, but I would never send them to anyone. One day, Keith comes over to my house. We chilled for a little bit, and then my mom had called me. And then when I had came back, I saw him on my phone. When I snatched my phone from him, he sent the pictures that I took of myself and sent them to his phone. It get really reckless after this.
But she is that type of female to send X-rated photos of herself. And all it took was a basketball player, which means he's tall, popular, aka a player, for her to lower her value. And taking pics of herself for herself is the biggest load of BS I've ever heard. Unless if she's admitting to also being super self-centered and a narcissist. There's nothing positive that comes from taking those private pics of herself. And she found out the hard way if it is true. How would he know she had explicit photos of herself? Unless if she told him she did. I don't understand why a dude would rather have photos of her than see her without clothes in person. She's right there with no one home. Something is not adding up. Good thing there's a part 2 actually. The moral of the story is, if you females don't do HOE activities like sending other guys your intimate photos, your pics won't get leaked because the internet is forever. And let me remind you, this is all in high school. Can't date females who went to high school anymore because it's 304 training. These thoughts lose their virginity as early as when they're freshmen and have 4 years to add to their body count. And you can tell she's from a single mom because there's no way a father would allow another male to be with her in his own house. The case for being a single mom takes another L. Multiple L's.
This is part 2 of how my boyfriend exposed my nudes to everyone in school. So after Keith snuck into my phone and sent my nudes to himself, I got mad at him and told him to delete them. He tries to justify why he should keep them, but I say no because they were private. So then he shows me he's deleting them. After that, I kicked him out of my house for invading my privacy. Next day, I get ready for school. I text my boyfriend good morning as usual, but he didn't respond, which I thought was weird. When I get to school, everyone is staring at me. One of the basketball players at my school came up to me and said, "You're wild." I was like, what? When I get to class, one of the girls sitting in front of the class said, "Girl, you're bold." And I'm still confused. When I sat down at my seat and I opened up my phone, I went through Snapchat, watching everyone's stories, and I saw my nudes on one of Keith's friend's story. After this, it gets terrible.
Again, this would have been easily avoided if she didn't act like a 304, including choosing better, like value other qualities besides height and a player vibe. The reason why the males on the basketball team can act like D-bags and treat females like trash is because they have options. Endless supplies of women who will want to wear their varsity jacket.
This is part 3 of how my boyfriend exposed my news to everyone in school. So after I saw that Keith sent my news to one of his friends exposed my news on Snapchat. I got upset. When lunchtime hit, I came into the lunchroom and everyone was staring at me. One of my best friends came up to me and asked me if I posted my news online. And I told her no and explained what Keith probably did. That lunchtime hit and we went around searching for him, but he wasn't there. I didn't know what to do, but my friends tried to convince me to go to the counselor, but I was embarrassed and I didn't want anyone to know about them or for them to tell my parents. I tried texting Keith on why did he do that, why did he send those people my pictures, but he just blocked me. I wasn't even sad about it no more, I just got upset. So I called my older brother about it and I told him what Keith did. And he said he'd be at my school at the end of the day and that he'll handle the whole situation. So school ends and everyone is leaving out. Me and my best friend walk out together to meet up with my brother. When I get outside, all I see is my brother and his friends jumping Keith. It gets crazy after this. Let me know if you guys want a part 4.
At least it had a good ending. But again, we don't if she's really telling the whole truth or not. Some of it didn't sound right. I don't think a D-bag would be that malicious towards her. There's usually a reason, but then again, she chose a toxic dude and D-bag because she loved that player vibe. I'm pretty sure she called the great guys who would treat her right corny, lame, or having no game. You know, the same guys who ended up earning 6 figures and she'll message them once she becomes a single mom. And I was wrong. She had a father. Maybe both were at work and because of the 50-50 partnership marriage BS modern women preach all the time. so their daughter was able to bring males over. Just another reason why a stay-at-home mom is the solution for a family. Unfortunately, her reputation is ruined. This is going to be a future cat lady. Let's see if any of the other comments hold her accountable for being in that position in the first place. Top comment says, I wish I had a big brother. Translation, she wants a male who will be her foot soldier to correct her 304 mistakes so she doesn't face accountability. This is something that a lot of males find out firsthand, that just because he's blood related to the females in his family, like his sister or mom, doesn't mean they're saints. Doesn't mean they're not low-value females. And a lot of brothers get hurt defending their moms and sisters' lack of honor. Like the single mom chose a criminal to date who's been charged with putting hands on another woman in the past, and the brother ends up in the hospital trying to defend his mom from that criminal boyfriend. Do I think big brothers should defend their sisters? Yes, but he also has to be the second father to her to make sure she's not acting like a 304, and keeping the bad boys and players away from her, as well as remind her to stay pure every day to keep her on the straight and narrow. But that protection is only given on the condition if she stays pure. And there's a bunch more comments like this. This is why I want an older brother. This just proves how most modern women see males as someone to use, someone they can sacrifice to fix their problem that they caused because they're acting like low value.
These are the top 10 signs that he's just not that into you. We do not want to waste our time being Delulu. If he does any of these 10 things, he is not that interested. First thing is actually a word, and it keeps coming up if he doesn't like you. I'm doing great, but I'm so busy. Busy is actually code word for not interested. So if he says this, he's probably not that interested. Number 2 is the lamest hug in the world. If someone likes you and gets to hug you, they're going to give you the longest, closest hug they can. If they don't take this opportunity and instead give you a lame or limp hug, they don't like you. If he doesn't laugh at your jokes, research shows that we laugh more at the people we like, even if we don't think they're as funny. So if you literally can't get him to laugh, he doesn't like you. This next one is really telling. It's where you fall on the information train. When someone likes you and something happens in their life, like they get a job or they make birthday plans, you're gonna be one of the first to know. If you're one of the last to know or find out these details from someone else, he doesn't like you. If you tell him things and he remembers the details even a little bit incorrectly, this is not because he's forgetful. He either doesn't care or he's mixing you up with someone else. If you're together and he's distracted on his phone, he does not like you. If anything distressing or bad happens to you, if you tell him all about it and he simply responds, that's too bad, he doesn't like you. If you are standing near him and he does one or all of the following behaviors: crossing his arms, clenching his fists, scowling, or frowning with his forehead, these are physiological signs of anger and frustration, so if he does them around you, he likely doesn't like you. If he averts his gaze, humans are programmed to look at the things we like for longer than the things we don't. So if he's averting his gaze or not really looking at you, he probably doesn't like you. Finally, guys, if you're talking about something important and he interrupts you to say something unrelated, he wasn't even listening in the first place and he doesn't like you. If you're still not sure if he likes you, take my levels of attraction quiz.
Ironically, most of the things she lists is what women do. But in this case, Chads and Tyrones do this if they're entertaining multiple women at once to string them along. Otherwise, men are usually direct. Men will give women the pink slip as soon as possible because most are busy paying the bills. Even today, with so-called women's empowerment, most men are doing the real work to make society run. So saying, I'm busy, doesn't mean he's not interested. Just means he has more important things to do than hear a modern woman babble. Another thing. It depends on the hug, but for the first several dates, men may not even give out full hugs because of the Me Too era, and it's today's women who like to play games and play hard to get, so it's hard decoding someone who sends mixed signals. Dating modern women, especially feminists, is like defusing a bomb. You clip the wrong wires and you'll be blown up with a false allegation. You clip the right wire and the bomb doesn't go off. Only the woman is read correctly at that point in time, and on to the next hair trigger to defuse. And most women comedians aren't funny, so how in the world are men going to think regular women are even funny? They just want someone to be pleasant and cook and clean for them. The only time anyone laughed at Amy Schumer was when she was a girl, and she said she'd be a top comedian. So this is a dating tip for men. If a woman thinks you're funny, chances are she's attracted to you. But back to the video, she and most women need to understand that a man who values himself isn't going to allow himself to be an emotional tampon. And unless if the woman he's with is his wife or long-term girlfriend with a real issue, he doesn't want to hear about some petty BS. He's got to watch the stock market to buy the dip, so he doesn't need nonsense using up his CPU. Instead of moving on, when the man gets annoyed, maybe not annoy him. Maybe look inwards and figure out why he's getting mad or annoyed. The clock is ticking, and moving on to the next man will not fix these modern women's behavior. It will continue this habit. Her tips are on how to not be used by Chatter Tyrone, but because she probably has been pumped and dumped only, she's conflating that with a real relationship with a good man. As always, I wish you tremendous success. Now it's your turn. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember that if you leave the best comment, you'll get $5. Thank you so much for watching. If you found value in this video, hit the like and subscribe buttons, ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on future uploads, drop a comment, and share it. See you in the next video. Till next time.